Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you a battery app that you can use that we use here. Let's say if you're replacing your battery um, or you just want to check the status of your battery. This little app right here, Battery Info View. Let me show you the website you can go to. If you just type Battery Info View, it'll come up. That's the name of this of the software, and it's free. It's shareware. It's by Nursoft. So let's check it out. So this unit here, we replaced the battery. So one of the things we're going to do when we replace the battery is take a view here and see what information we have. The software is not perfect to begin with, right? So, but for the most part, 80% of the time, it gives us, a very good reading. Batteries have gotten more, complex over time with these, so they're kind of like a little mini computer. So sometimes some of this information is not going to show up. But let's take a look at this one here. So we got, let's see, where are we at? Are we showing our battery health? Oh, that's not good. So it's giving us a battery health there of 92. That should be 100 if it's a new battery, or 99, or something to that effect. So that's what that's going to tell you is the difference between this design capacity, right, 37,000 milliwatt amps, and the full charge capacity. So if you divide those two, I haven't done the division, but if you divide those two, that's probably what it comes up with here, right? So if the battery is, let's say, 40,000 and the full charge capacity 40,000, it would be at 100%. So you could take a look at that there, on your battery. If your battery is bad, this is probably going to be, I don't know, 60, 50 or something like that. The other thing that we look at is the cycles, right? So here we got 0, and like I said, probably 80% of the time it's accurate. Sometimes maybe the battery, uses different, communication sets or what have you, and it doesn't really read it. The other thing you could take a look at is the if it's charging or not charging. Usually you're, like you might have a unit where you really can't tell if it's charging or not. You could actually see it here, and you can see the actual charge rate. So let's take a look here. This charge rate is at 19,000 milliwatts, right, or 19 watts. And then if you disconnect it, it should go to negative. We might have to refresh it. There we go. So discharge rate. So these are things that if you're doing a diagnostic on a laptop, you can use some of these numbers to see what's going on. Is your battery discharging at a rate that is more than normal, what have you. What else we got here? Gives a little bit of information about the battery itself, but that really I'm not going to pay too much attention to. That's pretty much the other thing you could do is a little log that it's going to keep. Yeah, so like for example, when we're going to test the battery prior to using this app, we would write down 3 o'clock, it's at 80%, and then you'd kind of go back to it every 30 minutes or what have you, just to kind of see how long it lasts, or the charge rate, how fast is it charging. So if we go to the log, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, so once you start it up, it gives you it already just starts logging, right? Let's open this up. Right. So as you can see, I guess that's where we opened it up. It was charging, charge rates, and then we disconnected it. It's discharging. And there's some settings in here. You can play with them yourself. I think I have it for every minute. Yeah, you can set this to update every minute or every 5 minutes or what have you. So it'll make a log, and you can take a look at what's going on with the battery. This log is not saved. This log is just kind of sitting there. So what I like to do is save it to the desktop, because what happens is you let it run, and then if it's not saved, you come back to it and the battery ran out, it turned off, and there goes your log, right? So let's see if I remember where this is at. So while this is going to be keeping track here, this is just in memory. So if your computer turns off, or if the battery dies, you walked away, you forgot about it, and you come back, the battery died on you, you're not going to have, you're not going to be able to see what happened. So it's got a log, and that's what you want to use. So it's going to create a little file and keep track of it in that file. So if the computer turns off or what have you, it's got the file for it. Not only that, but you know, you could print it out or whatever if you wanted to provide a report to somebody. So that function is up here in options, and then come down here to advanced options. And I already have one there because we were, you know, testing it out. So you're gonna click on this, add battery. It's gonna be, you know, not clicked if you, the first time you do it, and then just put, you know, where you want to save it to, and then it's going to create a little file, so you can see it over here, battery, and it's going to write to there. Every time as it goes through, it's going to write to there. So once this, you know, drains all the way down, it turns off, and you're like, oh man, shoot, now I don't know what happened. You open up your battery file, and it's going to be there. And if you know, come back to here in an hour, you're gonna see all the updates. You have to close this and then redo it. So let's say we got two of them there, 806 and 807. So if we let that run for a little while, we'll reopen it and you'll see that it updates the log. So there we got an update. Let's see if it already appears over here. And there it is. Right. So you got the 809. So it's pretty cool. So if you need to test the battery, get some information on your battery, check out this app. We'll put the link below. And that's what's going on today at PC 911.